Okay, everyone, if you visit my house, do not do this. Never ever play with my light switches, or else you will be thrown out of the party that we are hosting. If you do this, so don't do that in my house. Take this very seriously, because I remember one time I was at someone's house during New Year's and I got thrown out of the party they were hosting because I did this. So I couldn't watch the ball drop that night because I was doing that in their house. And I learned my lesson to never do it again. So, same thing should happen is if you visit my house, you don't do this in my house. Or else you will be thrown out of the party that we are hosting. If you in my house, so never ever mess with my light switches. If it's your own house, then you can mess with it. But not in other people's houses, and especially not in public buildings. Especially if this goes to the HVAC system or emergency equipment. If you cut power to those things, you are risking people's lives. Also, never take the plate off the switch. Never take it off the wall. Never paint it. If you take the switch off the wall, you can get electrocuted, which is not a good thing. Also, don't ever go up to the lights and take the globe off. Don't take them off the ceiling. Don't take this ceiling fan off the ceiling. Never change the speed or the direction on it. Never take the bulbs out of the light fixtures. If it's in your own house, that is totally okay. But if it's in other people's houses, and especially if it's in a public building, that is not okay at all. So leave the fixtures alone outside of your house, please. Unless you are asked to turn the light on or off, or if you are going to the bathroom, but if it's not for those reasons, leave these things alone. Especially if it's going to emergency equipment or HVAC systems, and especially in vulnerable households. If you cut power to your grandparents' AC or heat, or the AC or heat in a house with young children, pets, elderly, or disabled people, you are going to risk their lives. Because if you cut the heat off in the winter, they are going to be cold. And if you cut the AC off in the summer, they are going to be hot. So never ever mess with these things, especially in vulnerable households with their air conditioner or their heater. Or if this is going to emergency equipment that needs to stay on at all times. Don't turn the lights off on people. That is a big no-no. Also, don't turn them on when someone is asleep. You leave these things alone. Unless it's in your own house, but outside of your own house, do not mess with these things. Leave all of the fixtures alone. Even in your own house, you don't cut off your AC or your heat. But especially in someone else's house, and especially in a public building, you don't cut off the AC or the heat. Especially for your grandparents or any other elderly. Children, pets, disabled people, don't mess with the AC or the heat. Bye. Also, if there are CFLs or mercury tubes, never break the light bulbs, especially with those, because there will be mercury in your house and you have to evacuate your house and stay with someone else. I am serious. Leave the light fixtures alone. Leave the switches alone. Bye.